on, the nice music, little animation. And then I thought, you know what? No, let's not do that. Let's just cut to the chase. I can give you a little chat just while we're making sure that there's a time lag. This is the reason we have a timer, everyone, is when we're using third-party software, there's a time lag between there we go. There's a time lag between going live and going on Facebook and then onto YouTube. And that's why I went a little bit early as well. Anyway, that is now done. We are live. Welcome to this new show. This is a new show on Thursdays. I was going to call it Teach Thursday, but I thought, no, it's such a naff name. But basically, yeah, I'm going to be teaching you every Thursday now something a little bit different about going online. So today we're kicking off with how to get a business website online. And that's a lot easier than you think. I literally did one, and I'll share the link to it later on. And it took me less than a day and a half. It only took me a day and a half because I wasn't fully on it. I was doing other things as well, had client work to do. So it can be very fast, not using some of these preloaded templates, not using Wix or anybody like that, or GoDaddy's builder. It's just using WordPress. And the reason I use WordPress, a couple of reasons actually, is one, Google absolutely loves it, and also it's been around for so long. It is open source and we can change anything. I like to liken it to if you've got an iPhone or an Android phone and you're putting apps on, that is basically how WordPress works. There's nothing you can't do without putting, what we call it in the website is a plugin, but effectively it's the same sort of thing as an app. So there's all sorts of things that you can do there. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And that's the thing, isn't it? You know, the reason I'm doing this today is because, you know, we are in lockdown again. COVID's on. You know, are you on furlough? You know, if you're on furlough, are you doing anything? Are you learning something new? Have you got things you want to share with other people? Now is obviously a great time. And you've seen the shops. You know, you've seen shops that are shutting down, businesses shutting down, but shopping is becoming a pain. The one plus of that is if you want to get your business online or you want to start a business online, now is absolutely the right time because the government is making shops close, only selling food. So everyone now has to buy things online. That plays massively, of course, into the hands of the big guys like Amazon, but that can also benefit us as well. But also, you know, the smaller individuals also are selling and absolutely cleaning up, because at the end of the day, people buy people. It's not just the product. And if you're out there leading with value, if you're showing someone what it is they need to buy, that's a process, and that is what happens online. Absolutely beautifully. Maybe you've got a course. Maybe you've got a course that you need to. I see a lot of this, and a lot of that is, oh, come on, write your course, get it sold, make 100 grand a year, and people are building their courses, but then of course they don't know how to promote them, they don't know how to get them online, don't know how to get people to see them in order to buy them. They might have a nice website, but unless they've got that process, it will be all for nothing. So anyway, I don't want to waste anyone's time, so I'm going to jump in now and go to the presentation. Oh, how slick. If you've got a comment, do geez, you know, let me know what you're thinking in the comments. If you've got a plan that that you don't know, then let us know what your plan might be, how we might be able to help you. But today's lesson is your step-by-step guide to setting up your online business. This is the 11 key steps to get your business online fast. So let me crack on with that. I just need to find my, let's put that back up there, shall we? Just needed to grab my keyboard. So what you're going to learn about tonight is you're going to learn about domain names, hosting, just to get your website up and running, setting up emails, because of course you need communication, you need to get your own emails. So the website basic requirements of a website. You can have a website as big and complicated or as small and easy as you like. So I would suggest we kick off with a nice easy one. And then of course the most important thing is getting seen online and getting traffic, as we call it, but visitors to see your website. So it's like a bit like opening a shop in the middle of a field. If you don't tell someone it's there, then no one's ever going to see it. So an SEO checklist, that's search engine optimization. That is the technique we call for getting your business seen. So if you search something in Google, what are people typing in to find your business? Sorry, that's the keyword research. Again, it's what people type into search engines. Yes, SEO checklist is how you rank in those, and you get to yours on the first page example of Google. Then your sales funnel. Every sales has a process, or the scalable, repeatable ones do. So I'll talk to you a little bit about a sales funnel. Then talk about a landing page and a thank you page. It's lovely to have a website, but equally as part of that, you're going to need to drive someone to where you have your offer, and when they've bought from you, you want to say thank you with a thank you page. There's more reasons than you just want to thank them. And then, of course, we've got tracking and taking payment. So, yeah, everything we do. The reason I love digital is that everything we do is absolutely trackable. So we can put tracking links on everything, and then we can send you those lovely, if you want to do, we can then send you those lovely adverts that follow you around the internet. I find them really helpful, but some people I know absolutely hate them. And then, of course, taking payment, the different ways you can take payment online. So we'll just cover those. A little bit about me. I've been in this space now for about 5 years. I started learning, so I was about 49 when I started learning. And yeah, video is my big thing. And I've been getting video views for a penny, less than a penny, actually. And when I first started my Farnborough internet marketing, I ran an ad campaign, spent about $30 odd and got 4,000 likes in the space of about a week. All legitimate, all above board, but just with a quick paid ad. And then, as you see here, yeah, so ran video ads a couple of years ago. Now, yeah, it was 2 years ago, this one. And yeah, and ran up 37,000 views, 85 comments, one grumpy face, but hey, that's okay. So let's cut to the chase. And there's basically 3 elements to build your website. It's a bit like building a house. That's what we like to refer to it. So if you're going to build a house, you need to get the title deeds, you need to get the land, and then you build your house. You need to build a building. So online, we need a domain name, and a domain name is the URL. So what you type in a URL. That's your www. Web hosting. So you need somewhere. You can't just sit it on your computer. You need somewhere that will host it. So there's different web hosting options that you can use, and that's cover a couple of those. Some are good, some are not so good, but I'll talk about that. And then, of course, you've got your building, and that is your website. So once you've got your hosting, your land, you can then build your website. Okay, so let's talk about domain names. You can buy them all over the place. I buy mine from Digital Business Lounge, GoDaddy, Wix. They sell domain names, 123reg domain extensions. Lots of different. You type those in, you'll find them. And actually, interesting, if you type in Shopify, if you want to look for a domain name that you're after, then you can go into Shopify, and that is a great resource for researching available domains and showing you what you can have. And of course, ideally, back in the day, it used to be that if it was US, it was .com. If it was UK, it was .co.uk, .ni or .I, and all that sort of thing in different countries. But there just needed to be more and more domains available. So you now got .net, .biz, .org. .org used to be specifically for charities. Now I've got a .org domain name for one of my entrepreneur resource websites. So things have changed. But if you wanted them to, ideally, if you can, if it's a location that you want to sell to, then either .com or .co.uk if you're in the UK. Try and get it localized. But if you're just going to be running ads, it really doesn't matter, in my opinion. So yeah, so that was the domain. So then the hosting services that you want. Again, these are some of the popular ones. Again, Digital Business Lounge, HostGator. I use both of those actually. Digital Business Lounge, I use my new website basically because it was doing a great package with the domain name and the hosting, and had some great little things which help building websites. HostGator, I have several websites hosted with HostGator. Again, these, HostGator is not expensive. It's like I think it's not even $12. I think if you joined HostGator now, you could get a year's worth of hosting at something crazy like a baby. They call it baby plan. I think is something crazy like $3 a month or £3 a month. Really cheap. Yeah, you got hosting with GoDaddy, Bluehost. I've used Bluehost before. Not GoDaddy, but if you're buying a domain, they will try to sell you all the hosting as well, because they know you can't do it without it. One of the things I will say, there's something called SSL, which is basically a security element to your domain name. And so whatever you do, do make sure you've got a .SSL, particularly if you're an HTTPS, because you want that secure in order to sell. Okay, and I can cover that. If you've got a question, then let me know. Cara, thank you so much. Yeah, it's amazing. I tell you, this is amazing. I absolutely love this. So once you've got your website and your domain, well, actually, we haven't even got the website yet. Once you've got your domain and your hosting, then you can set up your emails. And so it's always better to have, instead of a gmail.com or something, you want an email address which matches your domain name as well. So you better create an email with the webmail client, and all the hosting allows you to do this. So you can have name@websiteaddress.com. So my new website is nick@nickwood-online.com. So nice and easy. But what I would recommend is that you link your business email with Gmail. Gmail is, without question, I think it's just like the industry standard for managing all your domain names, all your emails rather. It's great. Again, only about $6 or £6 a month, but it filters everything out, and I love it because it means you don't have to. You don't actually have to. You don't have to delete any emails, basically, because it just automatically files them for you. So that's a good one to do. Okay, so your website page basics. Yes, you want a home page where people will normally find you. So that'll be with the .com, with nothing else. And then you want an about you page, obviously, so you can explain who you are, let people know about you, people by people at the end of the day. And of course, you want people to be able to contact you. So you have a contact us page. That's where people can just send a comment, ping an email to you, but without actually physically emailing themselves. So it just all keeps it internal. I always like to put an FAQ, frequently asked questions page in there. It just helps people understand. And then of course, if you're selling anything, then you have a products and services page. And if you're doing that, then there's some great, I talked about these little, we call them widgets or plugins. There's these lovely plugins you can just upload on WordPress, which automate that product and services element, and absolutely fantastic. Keeps track of your stock. It is unbelievably good. The things that actually you really do need, and by law now, you need a privacy policy, your terms and conditions, and with GDPR to make you compliant, you need a cookie policy as well, and that includes one of those little pop-ups that comes up, which says, do you accept all the cookies, which everyone says yes to. But it's the cookies that allow us to follow you around in reality. So once you've got your website built, then you want people to go and find it. And there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can either do it through the paid way, or you can do it through the organic way. So if you're going to do paid advertising, you've got Google AdWords, you've got Facebook ads, you've got YouTube ads, you've got Bing ads, LinkedIn ads. Any social media platform pretty much has ads that you can use. You can do all sorts of paid ads. Again, all of those though, will be careful. All of those will take your money just as fast as you can spend it. So be very careful. Make sure you know what you're doing. I speak from experience. I've spent thousands of pounds on ads, learning how they work. And unless you've got a few thousand to lose, I suggest you get someone that has done ads before and has got some results as well. But of course, that's a quick way, but also you've got your organic way. So driving people organically. It's still a cost because it takes your time, but it's not like paid ads. So you've got organic search. So that's where we're talking about when you're found in Google, either for a local search, just by typing in. Again, YouTube is the second biggest search engine in the world after Google, and over 50% of that search is how to. So people are looking at how to do things in YouTube. So if you're there showing someone how to do something, a little bit like this is going live to YouTube at the moment. So this will become optimized so that people can go, oh, how to build a website, a business website, how to get online, then this will come up in the searches. And of course, the same with Bing and Yahoo and social media. They've all got free elements that you can use. So the search engine optimization checklist. So this is what we do, particularly for the organic searching. And so so you've got on page and off page, off site. So there's certain things you want to do on your page, which helps, and certain things that you need to do off your page, which is probably even more important, I think. So include your keywords in your URL. So if you can, then do use your keywords that people might be using to search for you in your URL. I'm going to say nickwood-online.com isn't particularly keyword friendly, but it's just short and does what it says on the tin. So yes, and also use keywords in titles. So if you're writing your pages, you have titles. So use your keywords in your titles. Use them in the first 150 words of any text. And use these. There's something called headlines, so H1, H2, H3. Use those headings. So they're little heading tags. Optimize images. A lot of people will put lots of images on their website. And there's an element you can do on your images where you can actually type in your keywords as well. And use synonyms and LSI. So look for people which is like, similar intent words. So don't just use the same words. Use ones with similar intent. Now, off-site, you've got directories. There are a ton of directories online that you can get your website listed in. So that's a really important thing to do. And that gives it some quality. You get some good directories, then that can really help your we call it the backlinking, and that will improve your site. Generate external links, so again from the directories to other posters. To if you can get some really quality links from the media, from the press, from the BBC, for example, they are very valuable external links. And guest post. You can if you've got a blog, you can guest post on other people's blogs. Just make yourself available as the local expert or the expert in your industry. Even if you're not the expert, it doesn't matter. If you know 1% more than someone, you're an expert to them, I would say. So there's always people, and of course, if there are so many different bloggers that they are always looking for content and guest posters. And same with social media. So share on social media. It's there. You might as well get on it and share all your content out on social media as well. What we like to do I do, of course, on videos is I cut them up into little ones, share them as a little teaser for the bigger video. So that's okay. Oh, Cara, always informative. Thank you. I can't actually switch the comments off as they come in at the moment because I'm on a full screen. So next on our keyword research. So these are the things that people will type in to actually find your website or your goods or your services. And here's a few ideas. There's a Digital Business Lounge SEO keyword tool. So I've used them. They're part of the mentors. So that comes with the hosting, the domain buying, and the website builder with WordPress. So that's part of that Digital Business Lounge. They've got a great SEO keyword tool. I also use something called Market Samurai. I think it's free actually still. If it's not free, it's quite cheap. And that's a software where you can go in and you can type a keyword and it will bring you up the top 10, so the first 10 in a Google search, and it will show you all the different elements that are making those websites into that top 10, so you know what you can do or what you need to do in order to get above them. That's a really cool one. The Google Keywords Planner AdWords. Again, you have to have an AdWords account. Doesn't mean you have to run a campaign. You don't have to pay any money. I think you have to put your credit card details in now, but you can use that free planner tool, and that's Google. So that's going to tell you a whole ton of stuff about keywords, what people are searching for. There's KW Finder, and of course search bars on Google and YouTube. If you type in, best running shoes as an example and didn't press enter, that will drop down a list of, it will include best running shoes for 2020, 2021, best running shoes for beginners, best running shoes for flat feet. I promise you, it'll have those in, and that will give you a list of things. Okay, those are keywords. When we talk about a keyword, it's actually a keyword phrase. So we're looking at phrases there that people type in. So you have your lead, you have your website, and one of the things that people do or tend not to do is they have a lovely website, but they don't really have a proper capture page, because 98% of traffic leaves your website without completing an action. And if you've gone to all the effort to build a website and show off what you're good at, then we need some form of action from them. So we use what we call a landing page. They're called lots of landing page, squeeze pages. And basically what it is, it's a place where you want to capture someone's email address. Because if you can capture their email address, then you can remarket them, send them emails. A little like if you went to nickwood-online.com, you can access there. You can get a free 4-video series explaining more from a couple of guys, a couple of my mentors, explaining more about what you can do online. That's totally free, but there's a capture page, which is where you put your email address in, so your name, first name, and email address. You press enter, and then basically you get access to those 4 videos. And in doing that, this is what happens. So we get it goes into what we call an autoresponder. So if you look down on this page, so we've got the capture elements are lead pages, so you can get those lead pages. WordPress has lead pages in it. Obviously, the Digital Business Lounge Funnel Creator, that has a whole thing on it. And then you have where the emails go to. This is an automated email system. So I use Aweber, I've used MailChimp, I haven't used Infusionsoft, but there are lots of different ones. But basically, that's a way that will then automatically send your email or your offer or your download, whatever someone was asking for. Then that goes out with that email. So, and then you can email them all the time. And then of course we love it. We love the tracking and the analytics. So you've got Google Console, Google Analytics, Bing Analytics, Facebook Pixels, all their little codes that you just drop on the header of every website, and that allows us to track everything, so we can see what people are doing. You've got UTMS, which is a longer code, and Hotjar. Hotjar is great because if you use Hotjar, you can see, it's like a heat map. You can see where people have been on your website and where their mouse cursor has been to hover over, so you know what people are interested in. So that's really quite cool. And then of course taking payments. That's, we haven't got a business without taking payment. So all these, this is just a some of the ways we can take payments. You've got MasterCard, WeChat, Apple Pay, PayPal, Stripe, WorldPay, Android Pay. So all of those, that's all the ways we can take payments. And I want to just show you this. This is like an element of a sales funnel, and this was taken from Digital Marketer, which is like the world leading online marketing education program, and I've been part of them for a long time, and that's why I'm part of Mentors and the Digital Experts Academy as well, because we're all tied in. So basically, your sales funnel is you're starting at an awareness. So people come in, they're aware of you, then they're evaluating what you're doing, and then they'll be converting. That's how we want to process people. And this is just little funnel retargeting. It's something we'd use with Facebook ads. So the lead magnet, So the thing that I have is the free 4-video series. So if people went to that page but didn't actually do anything, then I put an ad to them because I know they've been to the page. Then there's a sales page with a small offer, then there's a bigger offer, then there's a what we call a profit maximizer, which is the big offer, and then the thank you page. And at each stage, as you can see there, we can retarget ads to where people stopped. So if they stopped at the lead magnet, we got an ad. If they had the small, if they bought something small but didn't go for the core offer, I can then send them ads to that, promoting more of the core offer, maybe explaining a little bit more. And that's how we put people through our sales funnels. And so that's basically what it's been all about. So what's next? Look, you're more than welcome. If you've enjoyed this and you want to know more, then obviously just message me. You can access with mentors. You can access the free 4-video training series, which is one of my mentors and friends, Stuart Ross, talks about a whole raft of different things that you can do online, from affiliate marketing, fulfillment by Amazon, creating T-shirts, all sorts of merch, KDP, something called KDP, Kindle on-demand printing, which is absolutely amazing. I found out all about that last year. So there's the website address. It's nickwood-online.com, or you can email me at nickwood-online.com. So that was my little teach for you all. Thank you, Cara. Cara, you're just an absolute gem. And I just, in case you want that, you don't see, look, you don't even have to write this down. I'm going to actually take myself solo off, take that away. Yeah, so this is going to give you the link. This posts a link into the comments. So if you want to check out that video series, go check out the website, press get started, and there's any link there will sign you up for the 4-video series. And then you'll be able to see, then you'll be able to see how it all works, because you will then go into my email system. You're getting some lovely emails from me. You have to, because GDPR, we like to say, can you just confirm you want to receive these videos? And that's how we get going, how we get started. So guys, that is today's teach. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'd always appreciate your comments, but as I say, please do, if you want to know more, there's lots of different things we can do. So yeah, email me, message me. I'm all over Facebook and everywhere else. It has been a pleasure to be able to talk to you, and join me again. Well, join me tomorrow for a Friday freebie. I'll be talking about GIMP, and which is an amazing software that outranks. I think it's equivalent to Adobe Photoshop. It's really cool. Oh, and Louis, hi Louis, one of my long-time friends. Louis, absolutely lovely to see you, my friend. And yes, so join me tomorrow, Friday freebie, and of course this time next week, where I'll be taking you through another example of what you can do online. If you've got any questions, obviously I can cover them